I'm Guy Smith, retired from the Canadian Forest Service. My 36-year career included communications, knowledge transfer, management of research, and policy. I see those years as a journey of discovery. Let me tell you a little bit about what they taught me. I'll begin the journey a few years in. The Great Lakes Forestry Center stages an open house. The people of the Sioux are invited to discover what lies within its walls. I work on publicity, so I have a hand in helping people come and pay a visit. Folks from all walks of life came through the doors. We were known as the Bug Lab, and we had bugs, but we had so much more. A tree disease specialist helped children focus a microscope. A forest fire technician showed a group of teachers the history of fire on a 200-year-old red pine. With the aid of a map, a research scientist explained tree planting studies to a local forestry contractor. I watched visitors interact with staff, share stories, offer observations from time spent in the forests of their own backyards or at their camps. People made connections from the past, and they talked about sharing information going forward from the event. The open house opened doors, feeding interest and building relationships for many people, including me. What I learned? Awareness stimulates interest, and interest builds relationships. We move along through the timeline a few years. An Algoma forest watershed, precipitation and snowmelt draining through a system of 5 interconnected lakes. My visit to that site would open my eyes, a first glimpse into the world of ecosystem science. Team members took turns showing me how they collected data throughout the forest. It was 4-season work, monitoring stream flow, capturing water solution as it dripped through the branches, down tree stems, and then percolated through soil. One of the technologists took me to a soil pit, and I jumped in to help measure the depth of horizons. And then we measured tree growth in a sample of forest. Back at the research center, I sat in as the team presented 10 years of their results. The screen rolled with graphs and tables, giving numerical expression to the sites I'd visited, showing results and drawing conclusions. And during breaks, that room was abuzz. Scientists, professors, provincial foresters, policy advisors, and managers with forest companies. They converged to pose questions, to bring experiences from their working world into the discussion. I sensed needs in that room for knowledge to guide policies for forest harvesting and forest road construction, for protection of soil and water resources, needs for better data to increase confidence in decisions and to estimate the uncertainty posed by changing climate. I could see enthusiasm in the interactions, relationships built on shared interest in advancing the knowledge of forest ecosystems. And I heard talk of possibilities. My takeaway? Relationships open to possibilities. As a boy, I wanted to fly. Imagine a crow starting in the Algoma highlands, stopping to survey the landscape atop white pine and red oak, moving eastward through the Great Lakes St. Lawrence forest that blankets the land north of Lake Huron, and then eastward past Lake Nipissing towards the Ottawa River Valley. Its journey would pass scores of experimental sites and monitoring plots, places frequented over the years by CFS people, maps in hands, and then later GPS. Decades of data and research building on the years of work before, evolving with technology through time. places where CFS staff would meet foresters from industry, from Indigenous communities, land guardians, provincial forest management planners, and other community members. Students would often accompany the researchers and technicians, gaining summer experience or advancing master's and PhD degrees, some later becoming technicians and scientists themselves. The Crow makes a stop on a fire tower in the Petawawa Research Forest. For over a century, this CFS site has attracted people across Canada to explore possibilities and to work together on actions for better forestry. Towards the end of my career, I had a hand in helping a team produce a forest management plan for that research forest. It broke new ground by using forest data obtained from airborne laser scanning. Like wings opening, the technology unties the potential of big data. A possibility turned to action, and it supported the adoption of a new era of forest inventory in Ontario and beyond. I haven't changed. I'd still like to be able to fly. In a way, my career was like a crow's flight, stopping at points across the land, seeing the forest in new ways as I journeyed, building relationships along the way, and learning the power of possibilities. So those possibilities lead to action. And these learning points, from awareness through interest building to relationships, which unlock possibilities and then enable people to work together towards actions. That progression has really been a key learning from my career, and indeed as I go forward in life. So thank you for your time, and I invite you, if you're interested, to take a look at my memoir. It's the 36-page version of my learning journey. So send an email to guy@guysmith.ca. Thank you.